Hell hath no fury like a narcissist scorn. Smear campaign. The retaliation of a narcissist scorn. Hi there, I am back. I haven't been uploading videos for a while, but now it's the time to resume. Today's subject is about the retaliation of a scorned narcissist. When I refer to a narcissist, in no case do I refer to someone who has been diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. I'm merely talking about a person who has adapted to a narcissistic personality type, a person who grew up choosing again and again to be selfish, to not care, not have any emotional empathy for other human beings, someone who uses other people in order to deal with his angry inside. There are a lot of narcissists around us, and I have this friend who resides in California who jokingly says, they don't live amongst us. We live amongst narcissists. Smear campaign. What is a smear campaign? When a narcissist feels his narcissistic ego to be traumatized, when he suffers a narcissistic trauma, when he feels that anybody put him or put her in their position and gave them a lesson, oh my, hell hath no fury like a narcissist scorned. It is something that happens very, very commonly. Today, I made a podcast, an episode on my Greek YouTube channel. You can see in the back that we've been doing great there. Today I uploaded a podcast episode on my YouTube channel about a smear campaign. And it gave me thinking after writing the episode, recording the episode, and trying to edit it. It got me thinking, and it made me realize that people get attacked by scorned narcissists all the time, and it is very possible that we are being attacked, that a scorned narcissist is running a smear campaign against us, and we do not realize that. When I was a younger psychologist, I wrote a pop article for a magazine, which was titled, "Does feeling our rights being violated is a reason for us to become depressed? Does injustice cause depression?" And I think that I got it there from that time, more than 20 years ago, that what today's research shows. Narcissistic abuse does cause depression, PTSD, and Cptsd. A smear campaign is a campaign that the narcissist launches against us in order to attack our character. They use manipulative tactics to make people believe that we are not worthy, that we are unethical, that we are compromised, or even dangerous. A smear campaign can be done often by spreading false or exaggerated information to mutual friends or acquaintances, and by spreading rumors about our character, about our credentials, about our perceived wrongdoings. Has it ever happened to you to work in a place, in a work environment, that when you first got hired, you first started working there, you felt that you could have some friends, that there were some people that were friendly with you, that they would converse with you, that they would offer you a cup of coffee. But after you came into an altercation or you encounter the office's bully, the narcissist in that work system, and you did something that made them feel scorned, have you felt it that people gradually and without telling you why, shifted away from you. Smear campaigns are being launched in workplaces all the time. Actually, the most data we have about this psychological war tactic, because a smear campaign is a tool that a narcissistic person uses in order to exercise psychological violence to their victim. The most data we have about smear campaigns comes from the area of mobbing, which is a word that is used for bullying in the workplace, and it has to do with what we usually call being bullied at work. Narcissists have a very fragile ego. They appear to be so sure of themselves. They appear to have very high confidence, but it's all a facade. It's all an act they put on. They pretend to be sure of themselves. They pretend to be knowledgeable. They pretend to have a good relationship with themselves. In reality, narcissists are very fragile people with essentially extremely low self-esteem, but appear to have high self-confidence. The difference between self-confidence and self-esteem is huge. Self-esteem is a word used to describe our whole relationship with ourselves. Someone who works on their relationship with themselves and they try to become a better person. They try to overcome their difficulties. They try to love themselves. They try to acquire virtues, and they try to eliminate their passions. That people who work on themselves, that spiritual people can have high self-esteem because their relationship with themselves is based on a true connection with their own selves. On the other hand, self-confidence is about believing that you are worthy of. Not doing the work, not connecting with yourself, not trying to be a genuine person, but assuming that you are someone who is worthy, not because you have real worth, but because you are convinced that you should be given attention. Sense of entitlement is a basic characteristic of the narcissistic personality type. Narcissists feel superior to others, and they try to take as much as possible narcissistic supply from other people. They love to be admired. They love to be flattered. They love to have good comments. So, going back to a scorned narcissist and smear campaign, if during our interactions with a narcissistic person, we accidentally traumatize their ego, we accidentally make them feel unworthy, we prove them to be stupid or being inaccurate or being of any bad intent, oh my. They bear it so heavily, they feel so much rejection that they can fight back with so much hatred, so much envy, and so much determination. Narcissists have a fragile ego. They pretend to feel superior. They pretend to feel okay with themselves, but they actually don't. They depend on other people's admiration, on other people's involvement with them, on other people's energy in order to carry on. So many times in our daily lives, we might even accidentally damage their ego. For example, someone comes to you and gives you a nasty comment, a comment that is not what is supposed to be. Someone negs you, negging. Negging is a polite way of being hateful towards people. Someone gives you a nasty comment and you don't have the time to show any sympathy to them or any understanding to them. Why on earth does that person I don't even know, that person that I'm not even connected to them in any way, feels that they have the entitlement to come and give me some bad advice, some uninvited advice, or criticize me about my behavior, about my work, about my dressing, or whatever. And you react back, not in the same hateful way like they did, but in an upfront manner. What are you talking about? Who invited you to give me guidance on how to live my life? Responding to a narcissist's hateful and spiteful comments like this, or to their uninvited guidance, might seriously damage their fragile ego. They might feel scorned and try to retaliate against you. So this is when they start launching a smear campaign against you. A smear campaign is an act of manipulation. It's a carefully designed plan from a scorned narcissist by you. You might not even want to scorn them, they feel scorned, in order to attack your character and even murder your character. They want nobody to like you. They want nobody to feel any kind of respect or love towards you. So they will start spreading rumors, making gossip about you, and going around to people that see that they have some sort of connection with you and telling their story. That you are a bad person, that you attack their personality, that you are a narcissist, projecting. And they will even go to the depth of calling you a dangerous person or someone who seriously wants to harm them and so on. Today, I uploaded an episode on my Greek YouTube channel, an episode on my podcast series about smear campaigns. And when writing and recording the episode, I realized that many times people that I know, former clients or people that watch my YouTube channel in Greek and send me their stories and ask questions in the comment section below the videos, might be under narcissistic attack. They might be having a smear campaign run against them by a scorned narcissist in their life, and they don't realize it. That's why they don't know why some of the people that used to be friendly with them before now stop talking to them. Or why when they go into a place that they felt welcome before, now they feel unwelcome. And why gradually people around them seem to drift from them. Of course, my opinion is that people who get so easily affected by a narcissist spreading rumors and lies about you are not people who are worthy to be in your life. So the narcissists, even though this is not their goal, they help us to cleanse our life from these individuals that pretend to be our friends, pretend to be friendly with us, pretend to have a good relationship with us, but in fact, they are ready to be affected by someone who runs a smear campaign against us. As a psychologist and as a professional, I have endured several smear campaigns by several scorned narcissists. I think this is mostly because I always had a strong voice against psychological violence and pro-human rights. And by doing so, by appearing on TV shows, radio shows in the past, and now on YouTube, I voice some concerns, or I give some knowledge. I educate people on how to deal with the bad boys, bad girls, with the narcissists in their lives. And I think that irritates them. I think that I do some work that messes with their endeavors. And they consider me to be someone who is spoiling their businesses. I have also suffered smear campaigns by people who hold a psychology degree, who consider themselves therapists, by people who are supposed to work with kindness and love towards other people and not attacking their colleagues. The first time I came across the word mobbing, it was back in 2013 when I was conversing with one of my childhood friends who is currently residing in Brussels, and she works as a legal advisor at the EU Parliament. When I was describing to her some legal situations that happened to me without having done anything illegal, and those legal situations were motivated by the jealousy or the feeling that they are scorned by some, let's call them colleagues. I do not consider them my colleagues, and thank God they do not consider me to be their colleague. They don't consider me a psychologist, and I don't consider them a psychologist, because for me, being a psychologist and being a therapist is about love, is about healing, is about understanding people, is about helping people. But for them, being a psychologist is about being pretentious. It's about holding an esteemed position in the society. It's about having the right friends in the right places so that you get acknowledged within a circle, a closed circle of judgmental and entitled people. I do not want to belong in that gang. I really don't. And I'm really happy that they don't consider me to be their colleague. Anyway, I was talking with this childhood friend and telling her that, oh my, I find myself in the middle of legal battles about things that I haven't done, false accusations, false reports about wrongdoings that I haven't done. And I asked for her help, and she said to me, do you realize that you are going under mobbing? Do you realize that these psychologists, they do what bullies do in schools amongst children? Bullies bully other children. In the workforce area, in the area of our profession, when someone bullies us, it's called mobbing. This is when I started reading more and more about that new concept about me back 12, 13 years ago. And even in 2019, I wrote a book in Greek, not translated in English yet, which has the title Psychological Warfare. And in that book, I described several of the techniques used by narcissistic people in order to exercise psychological violence towards their victims. And because I tried hard not to get affected by their narrative, I didn't want to listen to their narrative. I tried to avoid to listen to any gossip, to listen to any rumors, to listen to any stories that were told about me. I managed to keep my sanity intact. And when the legal battles ended with me winning, of course, because when you haven't done anything wrong, nobody can convict you of something you haven't done. I realized by talking to some of my close friends that I had no idea what was going on in the small society of a small Mediterranean island I live, amongst people that they were spreading rumors and false accusations about me. And then it started making sense why some people were being reserved towards me, or they wouldn't come near me because they thought of me to be the monster that my enemies portrayed. I don't give a penny about that. But in my office, being a therapist for over 2 decades, I encountered many people that they actually had PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and Cptsd, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, as a result of the relentless smear campaigns that the scorned narcissists in their lives launched. So this video is not about giving you guidance on how to handle these situations. If you find yourself in the middle of a smear campaign, please do ask for professional help. Please do search for a therapist, a psychologist in your area, that they are not only educated, but they are also genuine people with loving feelings. Because the problem of mobbing, of narcissism, of smear campaigns, of bad-mouthing, all these things are not psychological problems, but there are ethical actions, unethical actions, unethical actions of people that have a lot of hatred and are mean inside. Choose a therapist wisely that is not only academically accredited, but is also a good person with a good heart, a person that has good intentions, and not someone who is full of envy, who is full of hatred, who is themselves a narcissist. Keep in mind, bear in mind, that narcissists love their projections so much. During their smear campaigns, the things that they accuse you of are actually the things they do. During their smear campaigns, the adjectives they use to describe you are actually the adjectives that can best describe them. Don't take it personally. A scorned narcissist attacks you because they don't like being undermined. They don't like being told not to step boundaries. A narcissist attacks you because he or she is envious of you. They do not attack you because you've done something wrong. If you are in a situation that you are not sure whether you are being attacked by a narcissist or not, follow my channel, because I am planning on uploading more videos about narcissism, about detecting the narcissists in our life, about the several tactics narcissists use, and about the disease, it's not a disease, and about the situation of codependency, which to me, these two topics, narcissism and codependency, are of great research and clinical value. Hi, I am Thekla Petridou. This is my channel, Psychology and Life, and I hope you enjoyed this video, which I uploaded after so many months in English. Would you be kind enough to like my video, share it with your friends if you think it's worthy, and make any comments underneath about your opinions or asking some questions that could be answered by a next video. Bye!